As the Netherlands were neutral during World War I, the Belgian-Dutch border was a space suspended between war and peace. However, the German army faced many difficulties in trying to avoid border crossings. The occupiers could not tolerate that more than 1 million Belgian civilians fled to the Netherlands to escape the atrocities of war, since fugitives might become spies, smugglers, or even potential workers in the Allied war industry. More than 30,000 Belgian war volunteers succeeded in going to the Netherlands, Great Britain, and even France to join the Belgian army at the salient, the unoccupied part of Belgium. The Allied intelligence service based in the Netherlands had more than 6,000 agents at their disposal in occupied Belgium. Some agents passed many secret messages to Holland on a daily basis. As the German Post-Service Administration censored all written correspondence, secret organizations such as the Le Mot du Soldat, or the Word of the Soldier, had organized clandestine postal networks. Hundreds of thousands of letters for and from the soldiers at the front line crossed the border every day, following the same route as the war volunteers. Many German soldiers deserted as well, some to close by Netherlands, even Denmark, and even as far-flung as Sweden. Belgian, Dutchmen, and even Germans smuggled because basic foodstuff was insufficiently available in Belgium. All these activities inspired the Germans to build an electrical fence at the Belgian-Dutch border in April to May 1915. It was their strategy to cut off the population and detain themselves within their own country, thus paralyzing the Belgians and gaining control and influence over all actions carried out in their occupied territories, especially near the German border. On the other hand, Wim Klinkert and Marty Ebbinghaus state the Netherlands benefited from the fence, as it was an indirect help against all kinds of illegal insertions that could harm the neutrality of the country, especially if soldiers were to fire upon each other. The electrical fence itself was 2,000 volts of tension that was flanked by both sides by a second but not electrical fence, along the whole border from Noquet to Aix-la-Chapelle. The distance between the fences varied from 1.5 to 2 or even more meters. However, the fence was adjusted to the landscape and site-specific needs and even challenges. Under certain circumstances, it might be 4 to 5 electrical wires. In other situations, it might be 8 or more electrical wires. Back then, there was no electrical power station yet. Electricity was so new it was particularly unknown to the population of Belgium. Power came from factories or even small generators near the border, such as Aix-la-Chapelle, Cololy, Lommel, Meurthem, Capeline, and Geusat. The fence was guarded day and night, mostly by the Landstrom guardsmen or even patrols. Nobody could access the technical installations in the Grenz- und Todesstreifen, or the Todesstreifen, or border or death zone, a zone of several hundred meters lining the Belgian side of the fence. On the eastern side of the fence near Aix-la-Chapelle, the Germans had built the Schlachthäuser, or the connection cabins, in intervals of 500 meters to several hundred kilometers, where they had installed electrical devices to manage the power as well. On the western side near Noquet or Sundenta, these devices had mostly been stationed in confiscated houses. The fence had always been built near the borderline, always on Belgian territory. The fence had always been built near the borderline, always on Belgian territory, where the borderline actually ran across a particularly wavy route. The Germans left a kind of no man's land between the border and the fence, which often encompassed whole villages. In other places, the fence actually ran through certain villages in the center, for example, Konnerak and Oorslag. For strategic as well as a practical purpose, the occupiers inserted gates into the fence, which functioned either as the Militaire Deutsches Laster, or the gates of military purpose, or the Civilian Deutsches Laster, the gates for civilian purpose. After receiving authorization from the Kommandantur, a civilian could go to Holland under exceptional circumstances, for example, to visit an ill parent or to attend a funeral, to continue their activities whether smuggling, spying, or even illegal. Many of those in the Belgian resistance developed strategies to cross over the White of Death. Probably the most commonly used method and tactic was bribery of the German guards and of the patrols near the border. There were more active techniques to confront the fence and the guards, and some people indeed succeeded by sneaking over, under, or even around, and sometimes even between the wires. However, there were many victims. More than 1,000 people had been listed so far as dying by the fence, whether by electrocution or being shot by the guards. If you were within 100 meters and cannot explain your presence, no matter Deutsches Land soldier, Belgian civilian, or even turnip winter kid, you were shot on the spot. After the armistice, the fence was immediately demolished by the locals, of course, leaving no trace of the deadly wires, or, more famously in Dutch, many people know it as the Dodendraad. Many people know it as the Totenkoffin. No, Totenkoffin is death head, but the Dodenstraat or the Todstraat, the Dodraad, and even the wire of death, taking many lives, even by bullets, trying to cross, cuts, electrocution, and of course, if you cannot state your presence, being summarily shot on the spot. Kind of a grim episode to come back on, but yeah, I'm alive, I'm well, got the tooth pulled out, heart pretty good, going pretty good. Shit was wild, bro. I could not, like, my whole left side was hurting me, you know, bro, like, I don't even wanna, bruh, like, my whole left side was just in pain for like a week, actually. So it didn't come too bad, didn't come too long, didn't stay too long, that's great. But the dentist pulled out a whopper. Oh boy, this tooth was like the stereotypical tooth you see at dentists and in those toothbrush commercials. It was one of those big morals, oh my god, in the back. So it's not too bad, I won't have a gap tooth. So when you see me at the meetup, I won't be, hee hee, I don't want to smile. Why do you want to smile? You know, I haven't brushed my teeth, they look kind of yellow. But yeah, it's in the back, so for now, I look normal. But anyway, I've been back, been busy, but we're here. We're clear, and we're going to get to Belgium before the end of the month. Yeah, I know, I was supposed to be at Belgium all right now, but, you know, life. But anyway, I'm not dead, I'm alive, and tomorrow we might do one more. Throat is kind of raspy, but this is a pretty good video, not gonna lie. First couple of paragraphs did pretty good. I only slipped going to the end, like after I reach, where was it? Population of Belgium, 2,000 volts, nah, not there. And that's another slip up as well, but probably see the Netherlands benefited from it, not too bad, went through. No, it's not there actually, it's actually the distance between the fence was a big slip up, trying to make it good. The fence was guarded day and night, that was pretty bad. I actually came down, Militär-Deutsches Lasche was kind of a struggle, but I hopped over it pretty quickly, did it all in one take, as you can hear, and actually it's a bunch of failures, a bunch of laughs, but pretty good video, must say. But anyway guys, hope you enjoyed, hope you learned something, and remember, don't cross on people's private property. Nah, not a great moral. Don't electrocute yourself, learn something. Could go with that, but let us remember all the civilians who tried to flee. And let's remember all those who suffered from the hands and the wires of the Dodendaken. Right? The Dodendaken? The Dodendraad. The Dodendraad. So let's remember all those people who suffered, who were maimed, who were killed, who were ill, and who were cut and electrocuted and shot by the Dodendraad. Learn something.